Hey guys, this is Shinx and welcome back to another One Piece Bounty Rush video. So in this video, as you've seen from the title, we'll be talking a bit on the dodging. So as you guys know, dodge is one of the best, it's a very important mechanic in this game, because if you dodge right, you not only will not get damage, but you can also use that chance to cast your skills. And dodge is also very good, because like if the opponent dodges your attack, you waste one skill. And skills, to be honest, currently the skills are almost like one-shot types, so you really need to manage your dodges well. So in this video, we'll be talking a little bit on like the different types of dodges, and lastly will be some, I'll say, a bit of tips that some of you guys already know already. So this video is definitely not for like super advanced players, but maybe you guys will still learn something new from this video. So okay, in this video I'll be covering four parts. So the first part would be the first type of dodge, basically the timing your dodges. So this one, right, is not really, there's nothing much to it, but just understanding the skills and timing it right. So next is the prediction dodges. So prediction dodges is something like the you know that you feel like he's gonna use it, and there's you feel like he's gonna use this skill, etc. That's why you go for the dodge. So that is the second part. Then the last part will be the last part for the different types of dodges is, I'll call it the defensive dodge. So these dodges is basically like, let's say you use something that makes you vulnerable. So how do you actually kind of save yourself from it, like using dodges preemptively, something like that. So okay, lastly would be the tips, where I can say some different things where it helps you hopefully improve on how you use your dodges, etc., and how to make sure you don't make some mistakes regarding your dodges. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So the first part of this video is actually about the timing your dodges. Timing your dodges means that you see the opponent using his skill, then you're just pressing dodge according to how fast the opponent casts his skill. So this type of dodge, right, usually it comes with practice, but you have to I'll say that I can show you some videos of example of like when is the right time to dodge, so that you get the perfect dodge off. So yeah, let's just take a look at the first clip. So the first clip is actually dodging the Firefish Ace. So as you can see here, Firefish Ace is actually at the quite far, where he's gonna use his skill 1. So here as Zoro, I was just doing some normal shots, and I see that he's gonna use the skill 1. So the general rule of thumb for dodging, timing dodges for skills is, before they launch the attack, you want to press your dodge, so that it's not when the attack touches you then you press dodge. Is when the skill is being launched. So here, right, for Ace, this case is just him before he releases his Fire Fist. So what he does is he will charge it up first, then he will punch forward. So you want to dodge when he is in the mid animation of him bringing forward his fist. So as you can see here, he shoots, and yeah, the range really doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna play it again. So charge and dodge. So that is pretty much it. So you want to cast it even though he's quite far, right? Normally what people think is you wait for the fire to come out first, then you dodge. That is pretty much wrong. So the way how this game, the perfect dodges work, is you have to cast it, you have to press dodge the moment they kind of release the skill. So right? Okay, let's move on to the next. Here is actually the Ace Sanji's skill 1. So as you know, Sanji's skill 1 is the one where he jumps up and does the kick. So same thing, the animation, the timing where you want to go for the dodge is actually when he begins to his feet lights on fire and he starts going down. So you would want to press your dodge by then. So okay, let's just take a look at it. Here he jumps up, then when he wants to go down, then I already clicked the dodge. So let's just take a look at it and dodge. So yep, it's before the skill even gonna hit you. So this is pretty much how to do it. So okay, let's move on to the next. Next will be the categories skill 1. So category skill 1 is actually the power mochi. Then I feel like if you don't dodge this properly, you get like it does so much damage. So same thing. Okay, this skill is a bit fast because but it's not that hard to predict. So if you see that he's using up, the moment you want to dodge before the power mochi actually goes forward to attack you. So as you can see in this video, he pressed, okay, dodge. That's pretty much you click dodge the moment the before the power mochi actually moves forward. So the how the game registers is actually not based on how your character moves, but it's more of when do you press the timing, your dodge timing. So yep. So we have seen how to dodge the some of the skills. The next one will actually be dodging the normal attacks. Normal attacks is also the same thing. You wanna dodge before they actually use their skill actually hits you. So before that, as you can see, okay, this one, right, cause the Luffy's first hit, okay, this one, the Luffy's first hit didn't really hit, wasn't near the range. So I dodged into before the second hit lands. That's why I got the perfect dodge. So you can see here. So first hit didn't hit, second hit, then I already pressed my dodge. So that is pretty much how you can. Okay, so if the Luffy was closer, I would have gotten hit by the skill already, as in the normal attack. So kind of need to take note of this. In this clip, right, it's actually going to be prediction shot. So prediction shots, what it means is kind of you believe. Okay, this is usually comes with experience. So how to say, when you're fighting in this clip, right, when you're fighting time skip Luffy characters, sometimes what they do is they will just run towards you and they just use their skill 2. Reason being is because what you think they will do is they want you to believe that the moment they see you, right, they will not use their dodge first, and they will not use their attacks first. They want you to think that they'll use their normal attacks, so you will also use your normal attacks first. So essentially, it's how to say, both of you guys are trying to bait out dodges, but because he wants you to think like of this, he'll just go straight for you and he'll just use his skill 2. That's what some Luffy's does, and I think generally that's usually how does Luffy a lot of people Luffy do this. Then okay, then once you know that he might be using this skill, right, all you have to do is you can just, if you see it coming, it's easier for you to dodge. So I see this Luffy coming, then I got a feeling he's gonna use one of these skills. Then I'm just waiting for the right animation, then I go for it. So here I saw he's coming. Yep, I saw that he might be. Okay, another thing is because the Luffy, right, usually they will not come like the behavior of Luffy's is like sometimes the Luffy's, if they want to use their skill 2, right, they will kind of use it relatively close. So this Luffy, right, he kind of usually what he will do is, oh my god, okay, so what will he do is he will come, usually Luffy's, when they want to use their normal attacks, right, they'll just use it at a relatively far distance, because Luffy's normal attack hitbox is actually quite far. For him to be able to come this close without using normal attacks, something is actually wrong. So most likely he's gonna use his skill 2, and once you predict it, all the rest is just timing the dodge, like from the first part. So as you can see, when he used his Red Hawk, right, I already pressed my dodge, so when it comes, I'm already prepared. So yep, that is pretty much that. Then the next one, this one is actually quite easy because what you'll see is what some people will usually do. So when you have the high ground, right, what they want to do is they want to use their attack so that by the time they calculate when you reach the spot, reach the point, right, their skill will land at you. Then this is just you predicting that you will know the skill might be coming, so you just get ready. Then the next part is just timing the dodge as well. So okay, here I'm being Nami, so I'm trying to stop them from capping the flag. Then yeah, then the Sanji, as you can see later, he'll try to use his skill and to attack me when I reach on top. So I kind of knew this will be happening, so because that's what like quite a lot of players will do, either to use their skill so that they time it when you go up, you get hit. Then the next part will just be timing the dodge. So here I saw the Sanji might use it, I knew it, then I went for the timing dodge, and pretty much that's the prediction. Prediction shots, right, are really prediction dodge is very useful because like it helps you prepare for what's coming, and when you know it's coming, it's easier for you to dodge. That's why prediction dodges are, I would say, it's quite good. Like it's good to have to think that your opponent might use this so that when they do it, you will not be surprised and you will not dodge at a bad timing, etc. So yep. The next part for the prediction dodge is actually people using their skills. Okay, people and you chasing people. So what a lot of people do is when they're low HP, right, they will run away. So they bait then the opponent will go for the killing blow because he's like, oh my god, this guy is low, I need to finish him. Then usually this is what happens, he will get cocky and the opponents will turn around and use skill. So it works on some, I'll say that it's not 100% chance of it happening, but it's good to prevent yourself from falling into this kind of trap by thinking that they will use their skill. So here in this clip, I was the Arlong, then I'm chasing this low HP Zoro, and I need to feel like he will be using the he'll try to do a reverse sweep on me because he knows I can destroy him easily because I full HP, he has half HP, so he wants to try to juke me into thinking that I'm gonna use my normal attacks only, then he's gonna use his Urutora Kiri to one-shot me. So yep, here I saw it might come, so and I just went for the dodge because I foresee it coming already. So let's take a look at it again. So I think he will use it, and he used it. So that's pretty simple. Then this kind of works for the skill 2 also, because the moment you see him, if you think that he's gonna turn around, okay, this one works for some characters. So Zoro, right, you need to understand these skills also. So Zoro, to cast both of his skills, he need to be facing the opponent. So both his skill 1 and skill 2 needs to be facing the opponent to hit it. So the moment you think that he's gonna turn around and he's gonna use the trap against you, you can see that the moment he turn around, you will expect that the skill to come out or the normal attack to come out. So that's pretty much how to do it. Some characters like Sanji is really, you need to think he's gonna use this skill. That's why, like Sanji, right, because it's a 360 ability, all you have to do is to press skill 1 and for you to get hit. So you really need to take note of the, like, prediction dodge helps you to understand what the opponent is gonna do. So when they move, when they go for the movements that will lead to the trap, you will see it coming and you can dodge it. So yep. The final part of the 3 types of dodges is the defensive dodge. So the defensive dodge is pretty much dodges that you go for when you are vulnerable. So either that, like situations where you want to use it is right after you cap the flag, because when you cap the flag, there's this moment where you will not be able to move. So I'm pretty sure you guys are very, very familiar when, like, that's why a lot of people don't want to go for the middle flag, because if timed correctly, you'll get a free shot at the opponent. So time skip Luffy excels in it because of his trait where he gets a lot of dodge cooldown at the start. When full HP, he usually can rush to the midpoint and he can time it so that the opponent will cap the flag first and he can use his Red Hawk at the opponent. So this to execute such a skill, to time it so that the opponent will not be able to dodge out of it, is not that easy. So like there are times where opponents will mess up. So when they mess up, you don't want to be, because you didn't dodge, you get hit by it nonetheless. So the first clip, it will be a typical when the runners cap a flag, people take advantage of it to land skills. So here I ran for the flag and the Zoro was already planning for the ability. So if he timed it right, he would have hit me, but because he timed it a bit, I think he went for it too slow. So here, right, okay, wait so here, okay, the Zoro, yeah, because he was too slow already, so he didn't get into position when I was capping the flag, because someone was chasing him. That's why but he still tried to go for the skill. So after I capped, I immediately, actually no, he was just using normal attacks. Okay, but he had team boost, which is super scary. Then after I capped the flag, I immediately go for the dodge and I managed to dodge his attacks. And yeah, that is pretty much this first clip is about dodging the skills. Another part of defensive dodge is after you, okay, as you guys know, your normal attacks, right, the last hit is kind of sometimes it's kind of bad because it leaves you an opening. So example, Sanji's ability, normal attacks, right, his last hit, he will jump out of the sky and do some kicks. People who know about these skills, right, will make sure their skill lands the moment you drop down, because the moment you drop down, you'll get hit by the skill. You can't do anything for that brief moment. That's where when you are in the sky, because you don't have any shield or anything, people can still hit you. So what you want to do is legit, you just, once you use your normal attacks after your last hit, just dodge. So it's kind of bad because you're wasting a dodge, but a lot of people will look for this opportunity and use skill. So okay, here I'm using Wano Zoro. As you guys know, his last hit, he has this 3-hit attack, and the last hit, I barely can see the opponent, so I will, okay, this is the Croc. So I hit him once, he dodges the last hit, and he will go for the attack. So thank God I used the perfect dodge, so I can go back and kill him. So let's just take a look at it again. So I whack once, okay, dodge the last hit, then dodge it. So what he did was he perfect dodged my charge. And usually once he do this, right, what he will do is he will usually go for a skill, or he will just continue normal attacks. That's when how to say, your dodge to get your perfect dodge, and his perfect dodge will run out so that you can hit him. Then another thing to take note is during the 1v1 battles, you wanna use the opponent's dodge first. So same thing, once you get him to use his dodge first, usually he'll go for a skill or a normal attack. That's where you perfect dodge him using your defensive dodge. Then you can go for your offense. So yep. So again here, what I did was, the Luffy is capping a flag, so I wanted him to use his dodge, and once he uses his dodge, usually what he'll go for is either a skill or normal attacks, because if he got skill, okay, what the opponent mindset is, once they use the dodge, right, they should kind of be dead. That's why they will try to bet on their chances and use their skill. That's where you have to go in with the defensive dodge. So here, I went for the normal attack, then I immediately dodged, and he was using Red Hawk, which was super kind of predicted, because then thankfully, because I dodged, I was able to avoid that fatal one. So here, I went for the dodge, and that's pretty much that. Okay, then this clip that you're gonna see is pretty much how to say, a mix of all three types of dodge. So the first part will be the doing the timing dodge. So the Sabo will be using his skill. Then I knew that he's usually, what Sabos do is they just use their skill one and to initiate it. So I use that. Then I go for the skill. Then I predicted that there will be a, I saw that, I kind of know that there will be an opponent there. That's why I go for my defensive dodge and perfect dodges it. So here, so see the Sabo dodge. Okay, that's timing dodge. Then here I use my skill. Then I saw the Wano Zoro from the corner, and he's gonna use his skill. That's why I use my defensive dodge right after I use my skill. Like, as you can see immediately, and I got the dodge off. So yep, that is pretty much that. Okay, so this is another typical case of the runners capping the mid flag and using defensive dodge to bait out to dodge the skills. Then here, okay, my Doffy, I went for the cap. Then I just went for the dodge, and because of that, I managed to avoid the Zoro's skill 2 and the Luffy's skill 1, which is super duper good. So dodge, then yep. Then okay, the thing about this defensive dodge is sooner or later people will understand how the behavior of this dodge works. So what they will do is they will wait for you to finish the flag, then they will, because you guys will instinctively dodge, use your defensive dodge, they'll wait until you dodge that, then they use their skill. So this game is like, the thing about PvP is it's mind blown. It's always a mind battle on what do you think your opponent's gonna do, what do you think, then based on that do some reverse psychology stuff. So okay, so that's pretty much the three types of dodge. The next part is kind of a few clips where dodges are in place, so you can based on that you can see some experience on, you can have some experience on how the dodges actually works. So just enjoy the clips. Okay, so before I end the video, these are some tips where I'll say tips related to dodge where I think some of you guys should know. Then mostly a lot of veterans players probably know all of this already, but I'm just gonna say it. So the first tip is actually just the most simple tip. So do not use your dodge when you know that you are going to engage in a battle very very soon. So this is pretty simple, because what enemies will do is they will just look out for you to use your dodge. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen in my stream where I was just walking, like we are all going for the middle flag. Then I see opponents use his dodge. Then I say, why do you use your dodge? Like, come on, yeah. Don't do it when you know that you're gonna enter into a fight soon. Fighting without your dodge is probably one of the worst thing you wanna do. So let's say if you use your dodge and the opponent did not punish you, do not engage immediately. Do take some time to wait until the dodge will be up so that you can enter the fight fairly. So that's pretty much another tip. Then the second tip is just about the flag. So one thing about the flags is defensive dodge, right? So you don't wanna use your dodge, because the only way to get out of you capturing your flag is to dodge away. So that is pretty much a waste of a dodge. So unless you time it so that you dodge just when they are gonna use their skill, or when they're gonna use their normal attacks, because what they'll do is they can use their normal attacks to bait out your dodge. So that is pretty bad also. Then what you can do is, if you know you cannot finish capping the flag before they reach you, don't go for the risky, don't try to cap the flag. Exit the flag early before the opponent can engage you, so that you can recharge your dodge and attack him. So that is pretty much tip number 2. Tip number 3 is actually when you know you are in your line of fire of the opponent's skills, don't use your dodge. One map that I see endlessly people making mistakes would be the Along Park stage. As you know, Along Park stage, then the new upcoming Dressrosa stage is also the new Dressrosa stage is also one of the potential mistakes. So you just exited your spawn, then you're just running down the alley for the Along Park stage. So as you guys know, there's 3 lanes, the mid lane, the attacker's lane, and the opponent's lane. So I'm a Wano Zoro, I camp the mid lane. What a lot of people do is, once they just respawn, they'll just try to rush to the flags as soon as possible. And you know that there's a Wano Zoro at the mid lane, and he can easily hit you with his skill 2. Why do you use your dodge? So do take note of that. You don't want to let them get this cheap damage in, because the Wano Zoro can easily take you down to half health with his skill 2, and his skill 2 is almost like super easy to land. So you don't want to, instead of like wasting your dodge and making sure they hit that skill, you wanna have a fighting chance of you predicting that he's gonna use his skill 2 and you dodge just in time for his skill. So that's my third tip. So the next tip is actually to basically what you want to do is to get the opponent to use his dodge first. So the thing about dodge is, like I said, if you make the opponent use his dodge, most likely you have an advantage, because you can dodge whatever attacks he's doing next, and you can give yourself a free shot. But another thing to take note of is, in the pro level, what people will do is, like, they will try to they can play this psychological battle where they make sure they don't purposely use their dodge. Then when you see that, like, they want to make you think that, oh wait, use this dodge, then I go for the skill. But what he was actually doing is, he dodged, then he used his skill. So this only works where if the opponent's skill is actually has a very fast cast time, because he will use his skill to cancel your skill. So this is kind of it's a risky thing. So it's definitely risky because you're using your dodge, then you use your skill. So you are essentially making yourself very vulnerable, but it works if it lands. So it's a high risk, high reward thing. Another thing is when people, I know this happens for Sanji players because Sanji's skill 1 is small range. What I think people do is they see a group of people, they dodge inside them and they use their skill. This is good, is bad also. So many people, like, let's say if you are behind them, you do this, sure, they will not see it coming, then you will get a lot of kills. Or you know that they just use their dodge, then you go in, you use your skill, that is good. But often or not, what happens is people will see you coming, then they just see you dodging in and use your skill. So a lot of times they will just perfect dodge it. So definitely don't do this maneuver unless you are sure you will land your skill. And another thing is, like, or you go for characters such as the Luffy or Zoro, Sabo. So what you get is you'll get an iframe when you use your skill. So that is kind of what can save you. Then other than that, just make sure you can get a kill before you use that maneuver. Okay, next one. The next part is actually, how to say, it's not that important, but I'll say that with these boosts and high attacks coming, right, it's not gonna be easy because normal attacks is gonna be so painful, and you guys already seen it. Stampede Sabo, if he gets that crit chance up, he's gonna shred people. Katakuri, Luffy, they all have insane normal attacks, and all their normal attacks, if you remember, the last hit is very, very painful. So what you wanna do is, let's say if you get hit by their normal attacks already, you are like, oh shit, I'm probably gonna die. What you wanna do is you wanna dodge so that you will avoid the last hit from landing. So what a lot of people do is, I'm not sure if you noticed it, is you fight a time skip Luffy, you get trapped by his normal attacks, then you dodge very early, but you still get hit by his last attack where it's he used his, I think, how to say, what's that elephant, the like Luffy, time skip Luffy's last attack is where he used his armament haki on his gear 3 giant fist, and he wrecked you. So because you dodge too early, you'll still get hit by that. So do take note of that. The last clip that I'm gonna let you guys know is about using your dodge. How to say, when you avoid the opponent's skill, right, use your dodge so that you can get in to attack the opponent. So one example is, how to say, I would say is characters like Frankie, time skip Luffy, Croc. So when they use their skill, right, because their skill is so long, you can go in and it gives you an opportunity to attack them. So what you want to do is, first step, you avoid the skill already. Then after that, time it so that you get a perfect dodge, and then go in and use your skill, because they're still trapped in the animation of casting his skill. So then you go in for the kill. So this clip, this is my last clip for you guys, where, okay, I avoid the skill, the Croc's attack, then I perfect dodge and I use him, because I know he cannot dodge the my skill no matter what. So that is pretty much the last tip for you guys. So that was it for the dodge guide video. I'm so sorry that the video was super long. Like, damn it, Shinx always make these super long videos. Go ahead. Like, I have so many things to talk about. Then I feel like for things such as the timing dodge, right, you really need to have I feel like I want to show you guys more clips so that you guys can understand, like, with more experience on, like, you seeing it, you can learn to dodge it better. Like, yeah, that's pretty much my stance. That's why I want to make videos that are long but informative, so that you guys can learn some stuff, hopefully. So do give this video a thumbs up if you actually enjoyed it, or you learned something, and do comment down below whether, like, if there's any tip that you guys learned or I'm missing, and let me know what you guys want to see next, like any other guide videos that you want to see me posting. I'm actually working on like a video on how to use your skills a little bit better, like making sure that your skills hit have a high chance of hitting. So yep, then consider subscribing for more One Piece Monkey Rush video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.